I would like to shed some light on the case of Nouman Ali Khan. Um, I will be trying to the best of my abilities to be as unbiased as possible, and I'm not going to speak like a fan of Nouman. I'm not going to speak like a fan of those people who accused Nouman of the crime. Um, I'll be speaking from a perspective of the law and from the perspective of Islam. So at times it might be that I will be advising Muslims something and common people for something else. Before we get into the topic, I would like to discuss some terms with you, like due process. So, due process is a legal right to an attorney if someone is accused of a crime. So, in due process, a case has to go to court, and then you get a legal right to an attorney to justify that you did not do it. So, it's a view of innocent before proven guilty. Then I'll be stating what an allegation is or what consent is. Allegation is when you say that the other person did something to me or did some action that caused me oppression. Consent is when someone allows you to do certain thing. That's called as the consent. So I was reading about Nouman Ali Khan. It seems that obviously there are two ends. Nouman Ali Khan is denying the allegations against him, and then there are some people who are saying that he did it. I'll be trying to justify. I'm not saying I will not be trying to say that this party is wrong or the other is right. So I'll focus my discussion going forward to what was written on Muslim Matters Inc. So it says, so it was testified by 6 women as to what they did. And so it says, as a group, we have taken our time to I'll be paraphrasing, to talk to Nouman Ali Khan in smaller groups and with the women who accused him, as well as various scholars and imams, and have concluded that he has committed significant violations of trust, ethical misconduct, and the likes. This sentence is ambiguous. So they consulted with Brother Nouman Ali Khan, and he obviously denied it. And they consulted with the woman, and it seems that they took the account of the woman into consideration that he actually did it when he is actually denying it. Why should one person have more opportunity than the other? If someone accuses me of a crime, then I have a right to defend myself. If someone accuses me of ethical misconduct, do I have a right to defend myself? Why should someone else's opinion about me be greater than my opinion about something or my own? And then, what does ethical misconduct mean? In certain Muslim countries or communities, ethical misconduct entails even talking to women. So, what does ethical misconduct mean? This is extremely ambiguous. And going forward, it says, we advise members of the community to refrain from speculating about and attacking those in the process of seeking justice. So it's essentially saying that you do not attack those who are actually alleging Nouman Ali Khan of ethical misconduct. Again, the point is why? If they are, I'm not going to do that because I'm a student of critical thinking, and if you accuse someone's personality instead of his argument, then it is ad hominem abusive fallacy. It's just I'm stating that why should one people have some people have more right than the others? So they have a right to accuse Nouman Ali Khan of ethical misconduct, those women that he tried to do some things which were unethical. Why shouldn't people have the right to attack those women? Is it that some animals are more equal than others? And then it says, we are committed to, in the last line, we are committed to working with individuals so that abuse of power does not occur. Okay, let's get this thing straight. If anything happened, I'm not saying it did not. If anything did happen, then it was with consent. If it was with consent, how did it become abuse of power? Tell me. Abuse of power is when you take advantage of your power. None of the women actually say that he actually tried to force them into doing something. How is it abuse of power? And then I'm just saying that do not consider yourself an elitist to say that you have more right than someone else. And then it says, obviously, Nauman Ali Khan denied everything and said that it's a conspiracy. Now, it might be a conspiracy. There are some people who hate Nauman Ali Khan, but why should I take his word into account? Why should he be more truthful than others? And then, um, so this is the perspective of law until now. The law says that you have the right to due process. Every person has equal right. He has the right to due process, and the women have the right to allege him and present their matter into court. So if they are truthful, and if it is ethical misconduct, prove that in the court. But obviously, court will take into account in which it is forced and not with consent. But now I come to the Islamic point of view. So qasf in the Quran, it means wrongly accusing someone of fornication. Um, so the Quran says, I'm actually paraphrasing it now. If a person accuses a chaste and righteous woman of fornication, then according to the law of Islam, you need four eyewitnesses. Eyewitnesses, not just witnesses. And obviously, when I say woman, accuses woman, it doesn't mean only women. It implies both men and women. If you say that it only means women, that means that if I say that man is born free, it means that only man is born free. Women are not born free. Kids are not born free. Even smaller boys are not born free. So let's be charitable here to the Quran. And so it says four eyewitnesses. Even it requires four, and even if he has faltered, his crime should be, should be concealed. I guess we are past the trying to conceal part. I'm sure those who accused him maybe did not know about this ayah, but I'll be charitable to them. They obviously did not know. Um, if he's not able to produce four eyewitnesses, then the punishment is 80 stripes in this life. 80 stripes in this life. In the hereafter, there'll be something else. If he's not truthful, obviously, because he has not concealed the crime. And secondly, his testimony shall never be accepted in future. Thereby, he will always be um, undignified in the society. Where do I get this from? From chapter number 24, Surah Nur, verse 4 onwards. Those who accuse honorable women and bring not four witnesses as evidence inflict 80 stripes upon them and never accept their testimony in future. They indeed are transgressors, but those who repent and mend their ways, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is oft forgiving and most merciful. So this is what the Quran says. It's not talking about concealing a crime in which it is forced. It's talking about fornication with consent. Um, so obviously, those people who alleged Nauman Ali Khan did not know of this ayah. I'm aware that most sometimes even scholars don't know about it. Um, The point is that according to the law, you cannot say that he's guilty because it has not been proven yet. He still has the right to due process. And according to Islam, you need four eyewitnesses. So Islam is even stronger. So if you are a non-Muslim watching my video and you are like Nauman Ali Khan is guilty, I'll just say, how do I spell da? And if you're a Muslim, then I'll just say that maybe you are in a war with Islam or the Quran. Do not try to contradict the Quran. You are not more right than that. Obviously, everyone is free to do whatever they want. So I think I've put the matter to rest. Let's not let's not engage in ad hominem abusive fallacy, which means attacking the character of a person rather than his argument. Assalamu alaikum.